I both love and hate this. It's because it's not finished and I have a lot of gaps and rubbish lying around behind me. Yeah. It'll look good soon. But the other side's finished. In which case, 99. Reveal on the 100. Hi, Shell.
And hello to all you other wonderful weirdos watching.
Okay, so what was the title of this called again? As Wayward Sisters, Hand in Hand by Indrapramit. Indrapramit Das. I really get the feeling like I've just butchered that name, and I do apologize if I have. But we have quite an acid trip of a story. This is definitely trippy in the literal sense. Our protagonist, okay, I've forgotten. I've been really good at remembering names up until now. Seriously. Tarek is our protagonist, and there's the two other characters of note is Michael and Jose. There's a bit of a time slip, so we start at 2008 and then we go back to 2005 and then 6, 7, 8 again, as we catch up to present day 2008 that we got at the beginning. And 2008 at the very beginning is Tarek and Michael talking to this lovely lady who's pregnant and chatting about her tattoos and wanting some of her own. So, well, wanting her to do their tattoos. Like, they want some tattoos because they really were admiring hers, and she was the one doing hers, and she's only just got her gun recently, so she's not too experienced, but they were like admiring her tattoos all the time. And there was this lovely little pondering of Tarek thinking, what if we had a life here since her ex-boyfriend isn't around? Shall we just like make a life with this woman and we can live as a three and look after the baby like our own? And it was kind of a nice little sweet thought process that we got there. It was absolutely adorable, and I was here for it. And the two sat down with their falafel, and Tarek just says to Michael, I think she knew that we were together. And then it's kind of from there, it goes from 2005. And 2005, 6, 7, and 8 is basically this journey of these two basically will they, won't they-ing all this damn time. And it was adorable and sweet, but at the same time, like, why aren't they? Why aren't they? What? Seriously, they literally have pondered this question themselves to each other. It's like, oh, why aren't we together? Why are we so perfect for each other? Then go together. It's not like there is no question about being gay there, because Tarek has been kissing a bloke and I suppose dating in a way. It wasn't officially like said so, but it wasn't a question. Like, even though he was still questioning because he's like in this away from home and might not feel like getting into a long-term relationship with somebody when he has to finish college and then go back to India. I don't know, it might just be that, but which is also hanging in the air when it's 2008 and they're at the end of their college course and he's going back in a few weeks and Michael's been dating Jose for all this time, and it's just like, why haven't you two got together? Also, there is so many drug trips. Like, they get high on weed, they get high on acid. I think the first one in 2005 was this beautiful description of Tarek just like sitting at the pinnacle of this cliff, and Michael is just like bringing out this other thing. Like, we're not to be doing this now because you could react and then fall into the pit here. So we're not doing this until we're like safely away. So at least they're okay. They're taking their precautions, okay, but they are still smoking weed on this precipice, and Tarek lies back, and there's this absolutely gorgeous description of the sky ripping open and hands coming forward and pushing through him, and it's this absolutely gorgeous description. The descriptions on these drug trips are amazing, and I absolutely loved every single acid trip. But the acid trips, they're absolutely stunning in description, and when it comes to the magic, I was expecting it to be because of the drug-induced states that they are witnessing magic, because we went so many pages, and it did not take. It took until Michael, in a dream state, like dream walking. We got another dream walker here. Michael walks over to Tarek's side of the room naked, and then transforms into a woman, and then they have sex in this dream. And it's not mentioned again until like a few years later, when they're like at the end of this college course and they're just like sitting in a hammock, and Michael's just like, hey, do you remember that dream where we had sex? I was a woman. and Tarek is just like, not questioning the fact that he's had the same dream. Like, just not going to mention the fact that they've had the same dream whatsoever. Okay, this is apparently normal that they've had the same dream. I mean, I've had the exact same dream with Shell, actually, dancing to a song. It was hilarious, and she kicked me, and she had the exact same dream as me. We were both startled by that. She could even name the song we were dancing to. It was hilarious. So I should not be complaining about that. I mean, I've got my own experience with dream sharing, but that was oddly specific, and we got a beautiful description of the shadows. Because behind Michael's woman form is shadowy wings, and they transform into spider legs, and almost like amongst like just the plain descriptions of how these are beautiful scenes. I absolutely loved this story for the descriptions alone. It was just the plot light is just mainly, will they, won't they get together? How are they going to do it? And basically them just tripping on acid every now and again. And so we've got this little conflict of Jose, because he's not treated Tarek very well, and Michael didn't know about it, and which is kind of like a point of why they broke up at the very end, and then Michael going with Tarek, even though they've been will they won't theying for years. Yeah. But Michael's house sitting in the last few weeks after college and before they go their separate ways, and they're just like growing mushrooms in the back garden to have a trip on. And they're just having this discussion over that dream, that shared dream. And they're just like having that, we can do this long term because you can dream walk. And Michael's just like, I've not done it over such a long distance. And so there's that question. We don't really get like a solid concrete end of what is going to be their plan either. It's this kind of a hope for this dream world, and a hope that they can find each other in the dream. And yeah, it's quite poetic at the end, but at the same time, there's no solid answer. They're just going to attempt it, and that's where we leave off. Just this longing hope that these two young lads have just lived through college together, hoping to find each other again in the dream world and visiting each other afterwards. There's not much to talk about in this one besides how gorgeous the writing is. The description alone is absolutely stunning in places. I should have read this with a pencil in my hand because they are amazing. The first time I smoked salvia with them, I felt this night sky rip above me, like it was a tent. I looked up and saw through the tear into the void. These arms made of that darkness came out of the rip. I couldn't tell if those were huge as the sky or whether they were just a few feet above me. Then I felt myself ripping, those arms coming out of my own back, embracing me, pulling me toward the void, into myself. I came to thinking I died. The void poured into the room, rippling around us, a tent made of time, sheathing us so we were just the two of us in a universe of darkness, radiant with an ancient echo of cosmic light. She bathed in eternity. Those were two different descriptions of this void, this tear, and I'm assuming that's kind of how the dream walking works, and it is absolutely stunning, and I love the descriptions of it. Just, I want more of that description, but I kind of got stuck with will they, won't they's. I kind of would have loved if they got together sooner, because it was like written on the walls. They were so close, like for so long, and I'm just begging the question, why didn't they get together sooner? How did they not get together sooner? This is insane. But yeah, I'm okay. It was a lovely read, and I was actually glued to it. I didn't, normally when I get to like a stopping point and like a break in the text, I have this really bad habit of putting the book down and having a break from reading. But I was kind of glued because I did like, I don't know if it's because my reading setup's different now or because of the beautiful descriptions I have. But yeah, I did enjoy this one. Stellar descriptions and interesting magic. It wasn't like when I have like a book of witches, I wasn't expecting there to be like loose story. Well, when stories that are like very loose on the term witch, like I thought they were just going to be witches in different formats. Whereas here it's not considered witchcraft or anything like that. It's just a gift this family has, and even Michael says that his parents disappear, and the only way he can find them is by dream walking and trying to find clues as to where they are so he can go to them. And because they don't like email back in 2008. Oh god, technology was only taking off back then. Yikes. But yeah, they they would put his son through, like, that's how they find each other. But I liked the perspective we got, but it also kind of begged the question about how much of this is real because of the drugs that they're using. And I'm surprised he's like going along with it so nonchalantly at the same time. But it's fine. I suppose if you're like that too used to the drug trips, that you're just like, okay, I believe this now. Oh, but yeah, that was this week's short story. I am absolutely enjoying the descriptions of magic I am getting from all of these stories. So, well, when we do get the absolutely amazing magic system that they deliver. Yeah, bye, Shell.
And bye to all you other wonderful weirdos watching.
Hopefully, these videos are going to be back on Saturdays. Hopefully, I've spent my week off mostly sleeping because I did not realize how exhausted I was. Oh well.